Yes lads, welcome back to another custom tactics video on the channel. Today we are taking a look at the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Let's get into it. Does your team look like this? Do you struggle to open the best store pack and play with the best players in FC24? If you said yes to any of this, then you need to head over to m8x.com and grab yourself some cheap and reliable FC24 coins and use code AYYLP at checkout for an extra 5% off. Jeez. So diving in with the defensive style, we do leave this unbalanced. It will defend for you in a 4-4-2, which is insane. It's what you want to see this year's game. The 4-4-2 is probably the most solid defensive setup you could probably go for. Right now, the fight backs are a bit dead. But yeah, balanced on the defensive style. Width, we play 45. It doesn't really affect the defensive width too much. It just keeps it a little bit tighter. Depth, we're playing the classic 71. At the minute, this is the best in the game. If you're on new gen, if you're on old gen, just use whatever you feel most comfortable with. And again, even if you're on new gen, if you don't like the way it presses in the 71, I recommend you use something like 55. 71 is not for everyone, but for the way I play, aggressive, I want to be on the front foot. I'm quite solid defensively, so 71 works. But if you do struggle to defend, I recommend you just use like something like 55. That would be perfect. Build-up play, balance and direct and chance creation, direct passing. Same old, just pushes their backline back. It's very important. Just get it on. It'll make your life a lot easier. Attacking width, we leave on 50. Players in the box, we whack up to 6. Helps that cam get involved. Helps that centre mid push on. Corners 3. You don't get counter-attacked too hard off these corners, and it keeps the right players in the right position. And then free kicks 2, you don't want to overcommit on free kicks just because you're more likely to get stung on a free kick than you would a corner. So dive in with the player instructions, but if you haven't already, drop a like on today's video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So one of the strikers, it doesn't matter, well, it does matter what side actually. How you set up your strikers will impact your midfield. So I've got Ferran Torres, who comes back on defense, and he's going to defend at left mid when we don't have the ball in front of Balde. My other striker is just stay forward. We don't want him coming back. We want someone up there all the time and get him behind. And then the cam is always on stay forward, get into the box of crosses, and that is it. Because you've got Ferran Torres coming back on defense, the left centre mid is stay back while attacking and cover centre. The CDM is cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking and cover center. And then your more attacking midfielder, Pedri for me, is on just cover wing, nothing else. So when we don't have the ball, Ferran Torres is going to be dropping back in that left mid position, defending in front of Balde. Patry and Rolfo will be in front of the centre backs, and Pedri, because he's on cover wing, will be covering in front of Bellerin. So you've got that flat 4 bank in midfield, and then you've got a 4-4-2 setup, which is the most solid way you can set up this year. 2 centre backs, touch them, I will find you. Even though Laurent Blanc is the man, you still don't touch him. You still don't touch him. Goalkeeper comes across a sweeper keeper. He'll save you now and again. One of our full backs is stay back while attacking and just balance. We leave it on balance. Now overlap kind of restricts them sometimes, but it's still good if you want to particularly force the fullbacks into the wide areas. But I like Balde getting involved where he can. That's why he's on balanced and just default on this one. So mixed attack and run. So default and balance. He'll sometimes make the inverted run. He'll sometimes make the wide run. But because Patry is cover center, he's often going wide. But he'll come closer for the passing options. One thing I will say about the left back, or your attacking fullback even, because you can flip this around. If you want your right striker coming back, that is fine. You just need to make sure your right centre mid is cover centre, and then your left centre mid is on cover wing and balanced. You just need to flip it around. With your attacking fullback, it needs to be on the opposite side of your attacking midfielder. So Pedri is my attacking midfielder, balanced and cover wing. That means Balde goes forward. So when he goes forward, Patry covers the space naturally for him. And then when Pedri goes forward, you've got Bellerin in the pocket there, making sure you don't get hit too hard on those counter-attacks. If they're on the same side, so if I add Bellerin and Pedri go forward, there would be a massive pocket in this space when they go forward, and they'd be the strikers would find that space and they would just ping passes into it. Whereas when they're on the opposite side, there's a bit more balance and a bit more structure in the team. So that's the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. We're going to dive straight into some gameplay, just so you can see how the passing option lanes work and how it all works. But I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers. Yes, lads. So we are diving in with the 4-1-2-1-2. This guy has got a very solid team. That new Callum Wilson up front. That'll be quite interesting to play against. But ultimately, this formation is really nice. It's just, it takes a bit of getting used to. And it's important to have that fullback going forward, because otherwise you do lack a little bit of width. And that overlapping fullback, the amount of chances you'll create by giving it to that fullback, especially when they get like tunnel vision for your central players, it's really nice. And it's quite tight defensively as well, because you're obviously playing that 4-4-2, which is super meta to defend in this year. Go on, Pedri. Nice little pass. Oh, you got a good back line, this guy. When we got like passes like to Pedri, we are going to be able to. Oh, I was close. You almost played that line. Come on. Stuff him out. Nice. Out wide. The thing is, you can send both fullbacks forward. Like I actually had a warm-up game before this, and I played a guy that was playing a 5-back, and I was able to send both fullbacks forward, and it really did create a lot of space against the 5-back, because you're overloading the box with all the bodies that you've got anyways from the attack. But you had the fullbacks bursting forward as well, which was, needless to say, insane. Oh, not quite the connection we needed on that. Nice. I hope we can do those evolutions this week. Apparently we're getting Trailblazer evolutions, if you've not seen, which by the sounds of it, they're going to allow us to evolve players that we've already evolved. That's what they kind of said. So I'll be able to evolve my Ferran Torres, maybe? This centre-back partnership, my word, is so good. Like Laurent Blanc is phenomenal. So good. It's just all those traits I'm still stuck saying traits. Play styles that he has. Like anticipate plus, probably the best defensive one in the game. Let's just concentrate for a sec, and then all the others you've got on top of it, like Bruiser, and what else you got? You got Jockey as well, so his jockey speed is fast, and with the aerial as well, so you can use him off the corners. Pair him up with a big boy Araujo. Oh, what a centre-back partnership. To be fair, that Edgar, if you're starting out, I don't think you can do pacey centre back anymore, but that was a really good evolution, that pacey centre back. Like you could create like that Edgar or like the Gabriel Paulista. Very good cards. Let's get out to that wide fullback. Again, when your opponent's clogging up the middle, don't be afraid to. Oh, he's dump tackled me there. AYYLP. Here he goes. One-on-one. Darwin with Laurent Blanc. No. Nice. Great tackle. And remember, that passing lanes on the CDM, super strong. Oh, lovely little pass inside. Give it a Pedri, because he can play the incisive pass. Oh, my nan is probably the best goalkeeper in the game right now as well. Blanc, there he is. You put the aerial on him. I mean, he wasn't even marked, but you put that aerial on him. I'm pretty sure it's a cheat code when it comes to attacking set pieces. But that little where you run forward and do the in-swinger is really nice. This guy seems like he's playing a little bit angry. Oh. All blanks. All blanks. All blanks. Nice. Just a physical presence, you know. It's just different. Just switch to play. Give it a Pedri. I love Pedri's passing. Nice. Rolfo. Give it to that wide fullback. Look at the space he's in. Absolute acres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Game over. That is it. But 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Definitely give it a go. It's like a super aggressive formation. Like if you put this into like with a 71 depth, this is quite a heavy pressing formation anyways. But with the right players, give me that. Good Patry. All the way out to that wide fullback. So he's always going to be there. So remember, you for the fullback, you're going to need a super sub. Because otherwise he might get tired. He probably will get tired. He's up and down all the time. But just make sure they're like, you know, capable. Like a bit of dribbling stats. They don't need to be over like super power. I'm using Balde, but he's very nice. This Bellerin will be good as well. But that's a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Leave it in the comments if you do use it. I definitely recommend you give it a go because it's a fun one. And I'll catch you in another one. Cheers.